You. There we go. I think everything's up and working again. Always a bit of a gamble whether or not this computer's going to explode. Yeah. Oh, good evening, mortals. My name is Jay, and welcome to my studio. Today we're doing Kokomi's quest. I know last stream I did all that stuff about going to... Where did we go? What's it called? Economia, wasn't it? Yes. Spent all that time like, oh, we're going to Economia. Yeah, we're doing Kokomi's quest now because I feel like it and I need to get these story quests out of the way. Wonderful. Mora. Love me a bit of random Mora. Oh, is this a new web event? Come help Kiara. Yeah, I'll do that later. Not going to try and set up the browser source. So, we need to start the quest. Yeah, I know I meant to do that. Oh, so apparently we have available story quests. You're going to accept this quest. Watatsumi sightseeing. All the way down here. Yeah. Kokomi had minimal involvement in the Archon quest, so it'll be interesting to see what else they do with her in this one. This should be where Kokomi said to meet her.
Paimon remembers we came by. That was back when you did your stint as captain of things on the island must have changed.
Isn't this meant to be voiced? Have I accidentally turned Paimon off?
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness.
Oh hey, Explorer. This isn't his quest. What's he doing here?
General Gora, sir. More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise we could split into two teams. One to draw... Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are...
Sir, shall I send for...
I doubt there's time. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them...
Her Excellency's directives...
Hey,
Her Excellency said something. Yeah, I really feel like I should have sound on this. Is it my headphones that aren't plugged in properly?
Captain,
There we go.
Watatsumi Island.
It was me not plugging my headphones in properly. God, I'm good at this.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. You've arrived just in time.
Yes, Her Excellency sent us here.
Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring their movements, waiting in ambush here. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams.
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them get away with it.
Apart from all the times that we do.
There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Let's meet back here afterward. Watch yourselves. We'll be back shortly.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on, let's help them get this situation under control.
I mean, we literally led them to victory. Of course they should still fucking remember us. We should have a statue. Why don't we have a statue yet? Nice warm tea. Oh my gosh, it's the Fatui.
You'll get frostbite.
Into the wind. Come a little closer.
Nice and spicy.
The wind's moving.
It's time for a flash for chill to the bone.
Ooh, more shields and burning. I think I probably shouldn't use Lisa against this though.
An arson attack. Curse them. They leave us no choice but to attack. Comrades, let's make them regret it.
No, I need to kill you first.
In a sweat. No slacking off.
Ow.
Solidify.
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
Can this be?
Nice and spicy.
One with nature.
Ape their eyes to death. Evaporate.
I miscalculated.
Stabilize.
This is trouble.
Wonderfully done, if I do say so myself. The amount of environmental damage I must have caused setting everything on fire.
No way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from Kokomi? Let Paimon see. Oh, wow. This is a whole book. Is it all Kokomi's directives?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes with me.
She ever considered, like, shorthand?
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most.
I find it so weird that Goro doesn't have abs, despite wearing an outfit like that.
Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how complex.
Like, his skin is just so smooth.
Every
It's kind of weird.
eventuality sounds tiring enough.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence.
Look, like, he has shadowing and the vague illusion of pectoral muscles, but Goro's just very smooth.
Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population return to normal life. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol, construction, and farming.
So what's the Shogun's army still doing in this? Are they just like, yeah, we have like a private, the official state military, and then this priest lady has her own private one?
Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line, kicking and screaming.
The spirit of the resistance is alive and well, huh? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we can find her, Goro?
Will we?
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it in person. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, please check in on the soldiers. I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They won't say. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit. I suspect there's trouble afoot.
Damn, already won the war and there's already an insurrection.
Sounds good. Ready when you are.
Warrior's dreams, like spring grass renewing. Nice. So talk to soldiers for information. Get down, yeah, they're down. I'm missing the viewpoints around here because they kind of blend in with all the purple. And glowy pretty pink. Damn, that's so pretty now that Economia's opened up. I'd live here. I'd join the fishermen.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish too?
No.
Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island wouldn't have come to peace without your efforts. I wasn't with Swordfish too, but I did see you in Tatarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the... Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed it too. In fairness, the battle isn't long over and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Every single person looked death in the face that day. It's not an experience you forget in a hurry. Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back into normal life again. I think things will improve, but it's gonna take some time.
Are we going into the complexities of PTSD caused by war?
I don't know.
Or
what
is this the most we're
can
gonna get?
But what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, Watatsumi Island is safe. And all the more so now that you're back. Seriously, if there's ever anything you need, just say the word.
What a nice guy.
I'm sure the next person we're gonna go talk to is Mean then. Oh, buddies.
Peace at last. Living the dream. I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Kept unsettled. Unsettled how? I haven't noticed anything. Not that I would, necessarily. I keep to myself, mostly. They're all too rowdy for me. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it. My life right now is about two things and two things only. The sun and the sea breeze.
Sounds like a chill, nice time.
Sorry that I can't be more help to you. I'll tell you someone you could ask, though. San Gonamiya. She knows everything.
Really hyping up this Sangonomoya.
Seems he's about
Mia.
to fall asleep.
Like,
Let's leave him to rest and go find someone else to ask.
we probably shouldn't let him fall asleep on post. Yeah, he won't be living the chill life when he gets fired.
Ugh, I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break. Why would she agree to that?
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryo Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the Fatui and plan to continue their attacks.
Wait, for real? You're sure of this?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together firsthand.
Ooh, rumors.
Tenryo Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Excellency to take them at their word, isn't it?
Shh, keep your voice down. Someone's coming.
Hey there, what you talking about?
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing?
No, let's not mention it. He's one of our closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talks could have been his idea.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should probably play it safe.
That's why we're discussing it loudly in front of said captain.
Welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report here. Everything is A-okay.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish, Captain.
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going on there. But if they aren't gonna talk, we might as well head over to the village.
Again, there's a village here.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryo Commission with goods purchased on Watatsumi Island.
Ooh, an interrogation.
I knew something was off about a Tenryo Commission merchant doing business here. So,
I'm innocent! Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away.
Wait!
Well, it's Kokomi, the Lady of the Hour. Or several hours, I guess.
You are? Something's going down over here. You should take a look. Pronto!
That was the most concerned I've heard Paimon.
Your Excellency, this merchant is suspected of criminal activity, so we seized him for questioning.
Your voice is really annoying.
Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's highly probable that he has been supplying the Tenryo Commission behind the scenes.
I haven't!
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. In and out. Better? Matsuda, Uchimura. I understand that you're concerned for the safety of Watatsumi Island. But before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, we must give him the chance to explain himself. If he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely accused.
Criminals will just
This
confess
is
like that.
Watatsumi Island. We deal in facts, not opinions. Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here. Perhaps you could explain your side of the story to help me reach a verdict.
Of course! I can explain everything. I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling until the prices went up, but then, But then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now, you think about that. First, I lose all my inventory, then I get treated like a criminal.
And why should we believe you? So
Because
what?
the Fatui
That
are
doesn't prove
arseholes
they
and it's
took
easier
his
to blame
goods.
them.
And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryo Commission's hands. They're in this together.
What? The Tenryo Commissioner colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first I've heard of it. I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with me?
What, the Tenryo Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? Seems unlikely to Paimon.
Seems incredibly unlikely to Jay. It's Tenryu Commissioner arseholes and so are the
We
Fatui.
met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be colluding right now.
Yeah, but other people might.
But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers mention the exact same thing.
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryo Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral location. Kujo, Sara, and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss future plans in detail. But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui. Allegedly, their goal is to completely wipe out Watatsumi Island.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the Kamisato clan could be involved. Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen by the Fatui?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I'll bet that's where that hideout is.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are serious. We will retrieve your goods, and if everything is in order, it will prove your innocence. However, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryo Commission...
Blah blah
Yes,
blah blah
of
blah.
course.
Built into Burn.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation?
Ma'am, yes ma'am, let's
Happy
go.
soldier. For the time being, at least, we are in peacetime. Besides, I'm sure you won't be on Watatsumi Island forever. Whatever titles we may have, we're friends first and foremost.
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the
Blah blah blah, I don't care. Paimon.
whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryo Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Almost fall down the cliff. Fall down the cliff. Out as expected.
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp. Who knows why the Fatui occupied it?
Probably 'cause it's like already
pretty heavily
placed.
guarded. How are we supposed to get in?
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't given away our position so far. Our enemy is in the light, while we are in the shadows. Strategically, we have the upper hand.
Ooh, well, it's an enlightening strategy. We have
think
the
we
high
have
ground, you
three
might say?
options available. Option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is weak at present. Nothing more than a few scattered remnants. If we strike from above and take down their leader first, the rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious fight. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example. A store of gunpowder cakes. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, it would deal them a devastating blow. They'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and fighting capacity would be severely impaired. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the water vapor, you add a touch of lightning, and together we can shock them into submission.
This seems to be the best option. Actually
That
subdues
sounds
everyone.
strategist. It's a lot to think about, though.
That will depend on our assessment of our own abilities. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution. but requires... With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. All right. We'll draw them out first to minimize damage to the camp itself.
Why are we doing that if you were suggesting blowing up the camp?
I haven't had much chance to fight alongside you in the past. I'm not sure I'll be able to keep up with your pace. Still, not to worry. Even if I can't claim to be a warrior myself, I'm no stranger to the battlefield. This fight should be well within my capabilities. Okay, let's clear out the camp and find out what they've been up to.
Ooh, I'm Kokomi. Defeat the Fatui camp in the camp. Ow. I remember she's a healer and
Their movements have become rigid and sluggish. We make a good team.
hydro applicator. I think. But she does seem to be applicating the hydro, so.
Allow me.
Ooh, he's dead. Ew, over here, fuckface.
Hold the line.
Can't run! I see through you! You can't run! Stabilize!
No, the jellyfish isn't ready.
Rest and rebuild.
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun. I miscalculated.
This makes it significantly easier. Talk to Kokomi.
Excellent work.
All thanks to your genius tactics.
Yes, the genius tactic that we didn't do, we just kind of fought them normally.
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength of those executing them. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved. Victory never belongs to a single person.
Well, she is so kind and humble.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a pretty big contribution, huh? Hey!
I must admit,
Haha, Paimon is useless.
I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying low in a Hilichurl camp. Presumably, they've been operating out of here in secret for quite some time. What's their objective? Are the soldiers right? Could they really be in collusion with the Tenryou Commission?
Does the Fatui want us to think that they're in collusion? To sow distrust and stuff?
Let's scour the camp for evidence. If the merchant's story is true, the inventory should be here.
All right, time to take a look around. Hey, look here.
Ooh,
These
merchants
belong
things.
to the merchant? Here's a whoa. This place is chock full of bomb-making materials.
They're gonna blow Wasasumi up.
We should tell Kokomi right away and figure out the best way to deal with it.
We're gonna send it flying to Kingdom Come.
The Fatui food supplies? They look a little past their best. Is this really all they had to eat?
Probably. They've essentially just been abandoned here by the Fatui.
Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's stuff! Look!
I see.
She's deep in thought.
Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment.
So maybe not.
Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. He was probably stockpiling them until he could make a handsome profit. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items, so the idea that he was supplying them doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, but the Tenryou Commission could be asking him to supply them with it so that Watatsumi Island doesn't have them. They have them.
In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite as scandalous as Matsuda and Uchimura had imagined.
He's hardly a saint, though, right? How could he stockpile things that people are desperate for?
It's capitalism, Paimon.
We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go, are we? It doesn't feel right.
Don't worry. I had already foreseen this. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach the people at a reasonable price. If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely he ever would have ended up in this predicament.
Kokomi, you think of everything.
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui, for example. I'm still completely stuck. The low energy doesn't exactly help.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Her vibes are off.
Nothing. Come on, let's take the goods back. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of this resolved before it starts.
Got it! First we mend the peace, then we attend the feast.
Feast. Give the cargo back. We could just not give it to him. Oh, look, this other stuff. Are we gonna, like, give this back to people? Oh, another enigmatic page. Treasure. Guess that is of some interest to me. Where are we going? Just kind of started walking off. Teleport up here so I don't have to climb the cliffs. That's a little bit of farming land. Then we walk into the farming land and we steal all their crops. The people of Watatsumi will not survive the winter. God. Not him. Down here. I should not have jumped off that. That was asking to die. Then again, asking to die is my middle name at this point.
My goods. Thank you, Your Excellency. And thank you, Captain. You see, I told you I was innocent.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily...
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to suggest he had any correspondence with them. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some evidence of it.
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods. As agreed, this is sufficient to establish his innocence.
Apologies.
Guess you
Yeah,
got
and they've
carried away.
learned a lesson.
What did I tell you?
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the accepted rates...
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious allegations leveled at you, but this does not exempt you from
Rewards must be given out
consequences of your mistakes.
perfectly, and that's why the soldiers have just gotten told off, and now this guy's getting fined. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Well, don't just stand there. Take...
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave you to sift through and try to track down the owners. I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on it.
Already better than
But
doing
if
anything
I
else.
may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case. But I know the peace talks are coming up, so please keep an open mind.
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it further consideration. I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya Shrine. Why don't you come along for the walk?
Ooh, we're going to the shrine.
Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you.
Oh god, they're making me walk slowly. And I can't catch up, so I kind of have to just walk slightly behind her. And I guess I am a man in this game, and my place is 2 steps behind a woman. Is it 3 steps? I don't remember.
It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine.
Being there unsealed the gates to hell or something while I was there.
You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the shogun's existence, despite not venerating her as the shogunate do. After she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. Mistrust has become deep-rooted over time. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go eventually.
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You need to take better care of yourself, okay? All of our fates depend on you.
No pressure!
Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the Shogun's army, peace is not something that can simply be declared. If we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will have died in vain.
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over. We should be grateful to be at peace once more.
I know, it's just... we should remain strong in these negotiations. We mustn't be too ready to compromise.
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options carefully and be sure to proceed appropriately.
Wonderful. We're all counting on you, Your Excellency.
Thank you for your inputs, random old people.
Oh, Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place like this. Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency directly, she must make the most of it. I mean, just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but so mature and...
Once again, no pressure, Kokomi.
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for her.
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year.
Your Excellency, isn't this the captain of Swordfish too?
Your Excellency!
Please, remain calm, everyone. I'll get around to all your queries. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the shrine. Then I can respond to each one as and when I have the time. Are you alright? This kind of thing is water off a duck's back for you, huh?
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items. I'm beginning to worry that they've been stolen.
Oh, we retrieved those already. No need to worry.
We're just that efficient.
Really? That's fantastic. You never cease to amaze us, Your Excellency. I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today on the development of the textiles industry.
That's today? Right now?
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely. We're just waiting for you.
I see. I was hoping to take a walk around the island with you, but it looks like we'll have to save that for some other time.
This is gonna wind up like the same with Ganyu and Kaching, where it's like, we'd love to hang out with you when we ever get a day off from our job.
Oh, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine. Then we'll go and make preparations for the victory feast. Yay! The victory feast! That's the name of the game. There'll be some Watatsumi Island specialties, which I'm sure you'll enjoy. Great! See you tomorrow then!
I think Kokomi's problem is that she doesn't know how to delegate. Like, you shouldn't be doing all the agriculture, textiles, plus, like, being a general. You know, you get, like, Goro to manage your war affairs. You know, you set it up so you just sign paperwork and approve things. I guess not. What are we doing? Wait until 10 till 12 the next day. Oh, we've locked in. And I've done all my commissions. Wow, I'm so efficient. Where is the commissions? There. My leg is really itchy at the minute. I might have to amputate. Add Astra applesauce, give me money.
Add Astra.
My fresh supply of rocks. And some heroes wit. And the merchants in town. Unfortunately, I've already bought all the cats. Just slightly unfortunate. Wow. Here's the island. Let's go get our money.
This realm is true.
Delightful. Fremne's level 7 now. Just a small amount of money. Realm Deep. Buy or sell some Adepti seed. I don't want to know where they get that from. Creatures of the realm. Some more of these ones. Problem with not actually having enough seeds to fill my bed. Yeah, I'm just like almost done with buying everything in the shop. We have this much to do, not including all these scrolls, which I can't be bothered with. I don't really need them. That looks tasty. That doesn't look quite as tasty. Pretty lights. I like the fontaine furniture. And we've got not much left to go. Really, not much left to go. And it gives me all this. Plus a bunch of like event stuff and things like that. I need to get the materials to make this stuff. So I'm working on an alternate realm layout, which is like each area is inspired by a different event. I might build that on stream at some point. I'm still gathering materials for it and kind of working out what I'm doing. I can show that off right now.
realm is truly...
I just have to switch the realm style to Cool Isles. Yes, I wish to switch to the Cool Isles. So yeah, I'm on that building, there's nothing around here. Just some trees for some reason. You go into this. This is the first one that they did, because it's sat on the beach. And there was Klee in it. I didn't play this one, so I'm kind of largely just guessing what the Golden Apple archipelagos were like. But I have Fischl here. I've got Klee sat out here. I'll add some, like, other things. This is last year's, which was the Wish in a Bottle. Which was like the carnival kind of thing. Well, it was like, it had like a stage and, yeah. There was, what's it called? Roller coasters that they had that entire thing. That was really cool. Yeah, so I would just kind of start laying out like what I actually have from that. Got the seating, the weird things. I don't think this is from that event, but it fits. And I have Kale and Kaya because they were both in that event. What I like about summer events is the really weird mashup of characters you get. Then we have this one, which is this year's, which is the most built up. Which I'm probably going to pull all this out and do it again, because I don't like it. You know. This is obviously Simulanka. Now I have to figure out how the hell I'm going to build a dragon. But yeah, so far I've got a bunch of their little hamsters and their little llamas and things. Obviously I did the displays and Kiara in her respective outfit. Got the little huts, because they have houses, but we don't have the houses. Little frogs at the pool, that's the lake, and then that's the big tree in the middle. I think I want to use one of the pink ones instead, because those are taller. But yeah, it's very much a half-assed kind of thing at the minute, but I'm hoping it'll be cool in the future. But for that, there's also a lot of, like, materials and things I need.
This realm...
Actually build the things. Because obviously I want to put the train, because the train was sick as fuck. But I think this is Fontainewood, yeah. So we're gonna have to take a trip over to Fontaine to go get it. And there's also, like, the houses and the blocks and everything. So hopefully I should be able to build something really cool. Those are the, Natlan bits. Natlan's architecture is really cool. It's very bright and fun. What else do we have? There's the summer event bits. Oh, we see you can use a bit more of, like, the just general Sumeru stuff for the Wish in the Bottle one. Kind of leafy and green. I also want to build, like, a dining room area based off the Inazuma stuff in my main place, but that also requires cutting down trees. But yeah, more of these guys. Random gates and stuff. All these various things. That's cool. I like that. That's a personal favourite of mine. These as well. These are really cool, and they look really nice on tables. The little TCG setup things. Yeah. I don't know. I love the teapot. I know most people, like, kind of forget it's there, but it's like, it's The Sims, but it's pretty in Genshin. And I like The Sims. Actually, I hate The Sims, but I like The Sims. I like The Sims 4 when I have, like, half my computer's worth of storage of, like, custom content in it. I don't really play with mods much, but I play with a lot of custom content. Mainly gothic custom content. Because none of the black swatches match in them Sims. And it's really annoying. And so yeah, it's like, you want butterflies in jars? I have 8 different versions of butterflies in jars. Because every, like, dining room gothic set comes with a butterfly in a jar. I understand butterflies in jars are cool. I love watching people build things for their teapots as well. There's some, like, really creative ideas and people, and like kind of how people, like, avoid the load limitations and stuff. How they get around that. It's like genius. So I think I saw someone like kind of like fully recreate like part of Inazuma and stuff, and I'm like, that's beautiful. You are insane. Time. Ooh. Oh, we can see Sorori Island. There you go. Does this not count? Do I have to wait until tomorrow? It is 10:23. Burning away my entire life here. Slowly devolves. There we go, it's the next day. Kokomi, talk to me. There we go. Damn, we just missed her. Very pretty words.
Kokomi isn't here yet. That's weird. She doesn't seem like the type to show up late to things. Let's wait a little longer. How is she still not here? Do you think she could be in trouble? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency?
Yes.
I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she's gone.
Yeah, maybe she fell into that giant portal that Economy we opened up.
Guess we should just call it a rain check then?
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for such a scenario in her general operational directives. Let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, direct them to proceed southward until they arrive at a tree with purple foliage. The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing. And even then, only when the visitor in question is of VIP status.
I can see why this directive is 5 volumes long.
As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times.
Kokomi really does think of everything.
Oh, time to go find some purple foliage. Maybe I should rebuild Watatsumi Island. Pretty pretty. Weirdly enough, Inazuma doesn't actually have a teapot realm star for some reason. Like, Liyue gets 2. There's a Mondstadt one. But there's nothing for Inazuma.
Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere.
Yes, Paimon, the middle of nowhere.
Doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look.
Ooh, a cave. Interesting place for a study, but I guess a fish lady would like a wet cave. I mean, she's not the only person who likes a wet cave.
So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up and get things.
It's you. I apologize. I'm not feeling my usual self today.
You got sick? We'll go find a doctor right away.
No. It's nothing like that. It's just... my energy is completely spent.
You run on energy? You mean you're like a ruin guard?
That'd be sick as fuck, but no.
It's just a figure of speech. I'm ashamed to admit it. You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide how I'm feeling. I'll keep working at it. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on military strategy and perhaps become an advisor. Constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines, making sure everyone gets the recognition they deserve. It's such hard work.
I feel like it's incredibly telling about at least somebody at Hoyoverse that every story about the person in charge we've had is them being miserably overworked and tired.
You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence, while also commanding their respect. It doesn't come naturally to me. And truth be told, it's something I never wanted for myself. But because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being the divine priestess, sooner or later. Like it or not, it's just the way it is. So, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come here to just lose myself in a book and relax for a while. Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparations for the victory feast to someone else.
Which you probably should have done in the first place because you're the leader. You don't handle feasts. You have somebody who handles feasts for you, and then you take the credit for it.
I have to make a speech tonight, and I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that something could be wrong. This peace was hard-won, and I want them to feel at ease.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. I was reading a book last time I was here, but I only got about halfway through. Oh, where did I put it?
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you.
You do that for me?
Yes, story time.
Thank you. I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Find book.
Whoa, look at all these petitions. So does Kokomi make time to deal with these even when she's resting? Sangonomiya Events Cash Flow Statement. Consolidated Annual Report on Fishing Production. Watatsumi Island Monthly Maintenance Expenses Breakdown? This is a lot of work for one person. And it's on top of all the directives she has to write and the people she has to meet day to day. It's no wonder she gets burnt out from time to time. Let's track down that book and help her feel like herself again.
Let's just go handle her petitions for her. We did it for Jean. We're more than a capable legal advisor.
Look, could this be the book she wanted?
There, I spent the entire afternoon arguing with representatives on the merge. Many things. Yeah, she's been point system. It's one way to deal with your mission.
Captain came back today. Energy +4.
That's just, give it here.
Guess that was the wrong one.
Snooping through a lady's diary, Paimon? I'd never.
It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other books have one, so she must have finished reading those already. Ooh, it's pretty dense. Paimon doesn't understand a thing. Well, let's take it over and read it to her.
It's like the hungry caterpillar or something.
Kokomi!
I'm not sure, actually. Could you...
Kokomi? Kokomi! Oh no!
Read her favourite military treatise. Get My Lady a light novel. She needs some proper escapism.
Tonight's the victory feast. Not to mention that the peace talks are just around the corner. You sure that's a good idea? She does look pretty exhausted. Guess there's still some time to go, too.
Avoid disaster. The war's over. Did you see? What time is it? Did I fall asleep?
Yep, you've been out for ages. It's nearly time for the feast.
I can't believe it got so late. haven't slept that peacefully in so long. That's gotta be 3 whole energy points right there. Should be enough to see me through the peace talks.
Yay.
Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there. It's nearly time to light the bonfire.
Woohoo! Kokomi's back to full energy! Good to have you back.
Ah, so the baseline is 3 energy points. Oh, let's go light a bonfire. Run.
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the festivities begin.
Oh, how much energy will that take? Do you think you've got enough?
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you two, I recovered more quickly than usual.
No, we are just that good.
We'll be rooting for you.
Welcome, everyone! Today is the day that we celebrate our victory. Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the abolition of the Vision Hunt Decree. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future
This is a
will
bit of like a
look
poor turnout for the Vision
Tomorrow,
Hunt, like the end of the Vision Hunt
with
decree.
the Tenryou Commission for Thank you all for
Feast.
your valiant efforts
Okay.
throughout. Truly, it is only through those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and enjoy our hard-won victory. Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. I'm so glad it's all going smoothly. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. Could I ask you to go around and see what information you can gather? I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui. And I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peace talks.
Okay, sure. We'll go ask around.
But before we ask around, I'm gonna grab some hand cream. And add some hand cream quickly. I don't know why I put my cream so far away. Nice and moisturized and smooth.
There are
There you
leaves
go.
around,
Much better.
and I know just the tune to accompany them.
I
if
guess
you
I've
wish to
swapped
hear
it
it.
around. Oh, are these fireworks? Hello, crowd members.
I do hope the future will be free from the trials and tribulations of the past.
How boring. Give me gossip.
Come visit Watatsumi Island whenever you want.
Still not gossip. Nope, they have nothing to say for themselves. Yep.
So much
What about you?
fighting. We could all do with a rat.
I probably meant to talk to him.
Watatsumi Island is finally at peace, and it's all thanks to Her Excellency. Recently, let me think. Well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back out on the ocean to fish. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little fish and shrimp we could get our hands on closer to shore. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor kids were crying all day and night, but there was just nothing I could do. we'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service. Here, have a fish. It's freshly caught, so it's a bit, fishy. But it's fine.
Fish actually get more fishy when they're less fresh. That's why stuff like that's been sat for a while will stink.
Ah, come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight. Her Excellency always teaches us to
Okay, well, thanks.
We do a bit of barbecue. I'm immune to the flames of fire. Ow, no I'm not. No, it depends where in the fire you stand. It's very temperamental. Now I can talk to her about something useful.
Hey there! Care for some fruit and vegetables? Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryo Commission and the Fatui? It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. See that guy over there?
That's just immediately straight into the gossip. Thanks.
He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of me a few times. It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Yeah, I really hope we don't go making any more trouble for ourselves. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If you still have questions, you may as well go and talk to him.
Sounds promising. Let's go see what that guy's deal is.
I think he just likes his spear. Hello, Spearman.
This guy smells of booze.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. Captain of Swordfish 2, right? You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon and made a run for it.
Nuh-uh. We would never run from
We just went home, you know? We don't live here.
Is that so? All anyone talks about these days is peace and stability. Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. Time to see if you truly are a bona fide Resistance warrior. I'll answer your questions, but only if you can beat me in a duel.
This guy. What do you think?
We'll see it.
What the fuck was that position?
You're a strong fighter. No wonder Her Excellency chose you.
I was thinking that he just had to like roll over to look cool. Like he didn't just fall apart in the splits.
You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade, will you join us? We made it up. The story about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the Fatui.
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick. What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryo Commission.
Yes,
that's probably the point.
That's exactly.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Peace talks. Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why the future of Watatsumi Island is at stake. What's to stop the Tenryo Commission from stabbing us in the back? And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another Vision Hunt decree?
Nothing, it's kind of a problem.
We are the Resistance. Everything hinges on our warrior. We can't trust the Tenryo Commission or the Raiden Shogun. But we can put faith in ourselves. Surely you agree with that?
His point does kinda make sense, but something about it doesn't feel right to— Yeah! Everything you said just now was pure speculation, wasn't it? Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked so hard for, all because of some imaginary situation that may not even happen?
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. What would you understand? For the sake of victory, we embodied the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now they're suddenly trying to tell us that none of it matters anymore? You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person. But how can I? How can I when every time I close my eyes, I see the faces of the friends we lost in battle?
Poor guy.
Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryo Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt Decree. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sango Nomiya if you want, but you're too late to stop us now.
Too late? What do you mean? Darn. Doesn't seem like he's gonna answer that one.
No, this is what the explosives were for then.
What are we gonna do? This is really serious. We need to give Kokomi the full story right away.
Time to go.
Splash, splish, splash, splish, splash. Kokomi, there's been an insurrection. Ish. Kind of a lame one.
So, we found out a few things. The whole thing about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the Fatui is baloney. They made it all up. They wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war. And they said it's too late to try and stop them.
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier, it never would have come to this.
I feel like that's not really in your duties, but
Kokomi
whatever.
says it's too late. The talks don't begin until tomorrow, but both sides have already sent their guards to the location. They are responsible for making sure the area is safe and secure. I highly suspect that one of Kozen's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite hostilities tomorrow during the negotiations.
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over there now and switch out the guards?
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on high alert. It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryo Commission's guards, and we'd be in danger of war breaking out once again. Not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot. If we change the guard in haste, we face the issue of not knowing who to trust.
Sounds like a really tricky situation.
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Whatever
I feel like the
happens,
blame probably
I will
kind
find
of
a way
is
to
theirs
ensure they
alone.
Do not come to harm. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
Damn, all waiting until tomorrow. Rocks. Yeah, there's that farm I ransacked. Oops, I always fucking do this. I see the thing and I still press it anyway.
One with nature. Into the wind.
That was the fun one when I first ran into one of those. It's like, wait, they come in electro too? Bloody. I have to like dry off. But 10 o'clock the next day. Damn. Tells me this is too short of a skip. Yeah. Does mean next day, next day. I'm so picky about her times. Yay, it's done. New beginning. Meet Kokomi. To the agreed place. No one turn that bonfire off.
Well, the peace talks are upon us. How do you feel? Prepared?
Not at all. Let's go.
These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex, to be sure. But I thought about it carefully and realized there are no more than 187 possible outcomes.
You know, I think what Kokomi should do is she should get someone to be like the figurehead for her, because she seems to be fine doing like the maths and like the strategizing, but seems to hate the socializing part. That seems to be what's really draining her. So she should just have like a delegate who does all the socializing talking bit for her, and then she just does all the maths.
I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way, you will be able to adapt with speed.
Whoa, this is huge! Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalation, armed revolt. Wow, there are so many!
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional, but any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. We will have to work all the harder if we want these talks to be a success. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility is, of course, mine. Excellent.
Yeah, if the peace talks succeed, less for us to do. Means that entire Archon quest wasn't, in vain. Damn, a whole 2,000 meters away. Weird place for a meeting. Just like some canyon. Yeah, through the sky we go. Digestive part and mushroom. They're quite tasty, but not worth the price, so I only get them when they're on like sale. They're really small. Very much a light bite. Oh hey, it's Kujo Zara. And my streams are slowly turning into a snack review.
It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was on the battlefield.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow.
This isn't
But
awkward at all.
Before we go any further, what are you doing here?
We're just chilling. Ignore us.
That's right. He's here to bear witness to the proceedings. He experienced the war between us firsthand, and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today. I couldn't think of a more suitable candidate.
Seems reasonable. Then let's get straight into it. The first item is the maritime administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Narukami waters. We intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to bring their catch back to Watatsumi.
That's fine, but if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission while in your waters. Any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated by the Tenryou Commission.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you that your vessels will be quite safe in our hands.
Who knew peace talks were just this easy?
Negotiations seem to be going pretty smoothly.
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military authority. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi, and the same has been true for your people on arrival to Narukami. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now willing to engage in inter-island commerce. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade between our two islands.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize everything centrally would work in your favor.
Is Sarah an idiot? Who the hell would sign up for that? Yes, let me manage all of your island's affairs. No.
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing everything we need. Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryo Commission's authority.
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction of the Tenryo Commission.
Oh, so they are actually addressing the question of but we have two militaries now.
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryo Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security. We cannot allow Watatsumi Island to be the sole exception to this rule indefinitely.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already. You just want to take everything away from us.
Machinations,
Never
Sergeant.
trust the Kujo. Let's get them.
Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73?
It's a very cute little notebook.
Kokomi! Which scenario number is this in the directives?
The last one. Stand down, Tadakatsu. Situation has changed. Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns. But I will deal with the situation from here. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now!
They have insurrectors on their side as well.
Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion as such.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation to keep the war against Watatsumi Island going.
Wow, it's a double bluff kind of thing. But not really a double bluff, because that's not what double bluff is.
At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up a little. Then we'd see how it went. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation. How anyone from Watatsumi Island even found out about it, I have no idea.
That's enough. When we return, there will be consequences. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what they did to us? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone entertaining offers of cooperation. So, what did they want out of it?
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for their boss.
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Inazuma in a state of turmoil. One day, I will hunt them down. Every last one. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please, grant us another chance to continue the peace talks.
Why is her top uneven? She has the thing there, but she doesn't have it there. Why doesn't she have them on both sides? Weird.
But of course,
I'm sure there's
Madam
probably an
Kujo,
explanation for that.
I have every confidence in your ability to resolve this situation. For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryo Commission's ranks.
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryo Commission has resolved our internal issues.
Also, isn't it like unclear whether or not the Tenryou Commission is actually still going to be around in a while? Because of everything they did during the Archon quest? And so I don't know why we'd be handing our forces over to them.
As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample participation in the final arrangement.
Seems like Kujo Sara's on the defensive now. These negotiations should be smooth sailing from here on out.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator, as well as a formidable commander. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling our differences on the battlefield is rather taxing. I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation into the Tenryou Commission's internal issues.
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish contact with your people in the hope of procuring some assistance. I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear.
I will bear this in mind. I shall take my leave now. Until we meet again.
Your Excellency, we...
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Yeah, she's mad. I wish we got to spend some more time to Sarah. We she's pretty interesting, but we completely just ignore her in the Archon quest. She gets the shit handed to her by Raiden Shogun, and we're like, yeah, we don't even double check if she's alright. It's just like, bang, the Archon quest is over now. And it's like, oh, okay. I guess she's fine. Does she have a hangout quest? I'm assuming she has one. No, that's the wrong thing. Story quests. Huh, no she doesn't. Yeah, that's probably why. We have so many story quests to do. One day I'll catch up. Yeah, focus on the one at hand. It's 2,000 miles away. I don't know how distance works in Genshin, it's weird. A boing.
Your Excellency!
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks and reignite the war.
Lol.
Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental, and the end certainly did not justify your means.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now, aren't all of our efforts going to waste?
And that's what they sacrifice themselves
I want ultimate victory, even if it means I have to pay the ultimate price.
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was one of great excitement. But you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered terribly through each day. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water and don't need you dragging them back underneath once again.
But...
I understand, I do. It was largely an oversight on my part.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. Either way, we are ready to accept sentencing under martial law.
Very well. Then I hereby declare...
Execution, let's go.
That as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure, neutralizing any and all threats to the peace of our island.
Your reward is that you get to go play war.
You and your comrades will all be welcome to join, but be warned.
Your Excellency, what?
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. Many seek peace, but there are still those who pursue war. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive and well, I invite you to embark on the most challenging training regimen of your lives. I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time.
Tall order?
Thank you, Your Excellency.
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro. And remember, there can be no more insubordination. And if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reasons you may have.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on our training. Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency. We'll report to General Goro right away.
I think that's finally everything in hand. I can feel my energy levels starting to drop. Meet you back at the hideout for some rest?
Does Kokomi have a house? Or does she just live in this cave in her office?
Time to go.
Because I feel like you'd have your hideout, like, in your house. Yes, Kokomi, she's not in the hideout. She lied to us. It's just us, Kokomi, Paimon, and the random Electro-Sealy.
Peace has been restored on Watatsumi Island once more. Recovering. Slowly, but surely. I should be raring to go before too long. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I've improved, but I still get nervous when more than a handful of people are involved.
This is why you need, like, a negotiator or something. Someone to do this for you.
I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next time.
Exactly.
Do you think so? To be honest, I'm still a long way off what's expected of a divine priestess. In the past, I was concerned only with winning the war, but I realize now that wasn't going far enough. People have all kinds of aspirations, and just as many measures of happiness. I have a long way to go, but that's okay. If I can't make the journey in one giant leap, I'll just have to settle for taking it one small step at a time. In short, I've still got some maturing to do. Could you stay here on Watatsumi Island? To keep me company for a while longer?
We learnt a lesson today about responsibility and not causing insurrections. Kokomi seems sweet enough. Still not massively fond of her boys, but, you know, warmed up to it slightly more.
Time to go.
Oh, what does this mean? We have to do for this one. Yeah, we have to do the second one of that. Hey, we can do Ito now. We need to do Interlate quest to Yelan, even though we saw her yesterday in the chasm. Gosh. Far too much to do. Yeah, what am I saying? I enjoy it. Gazing 3,000 miles away. That's that. All equally, if not fascinating. Yeah. Watatsumi Island is cool. I find it funny that Kokomi basically has an entire area based off her. Hello, old lady. What's your little quest for me? Yes, that's correct. Something myths and legends fades out. Yeah, let's go fetch water. Bit of an anticlimax from peace talks about the fate of an island too. Let's go fish some water up out of a well.
Time to go.
Looks tasty.
Time to go.
Yeah, we have 120 seconds to get there. That's not many seconds. Oh. I'm not allowed to talk. Yeah, of course. That would be easy.
Time to go. Time to go.
This fan thing's mighty convenient, but something tells me I'm gonna forget about it in like a week. Gliding along slightly faster than usual. Does this feel very intense? Should do. Here, have your fancy water. Going to a cave? Cave? Which cave? I do hope it's not gonna make me run right across this thing. A puzzle I'm going to have to complete at some point. Make a mental note once it's here and then immediately forget said mental note. Phew. And so this is the conventional entrance into this place. I usually just fall through the ceiling. No, there you go. Water, it doesn't look quite right. Water's water. It's wet. Or maybe this isn't.
One with nature.
Water. And I can teleport. Yippee! I use your legs when you don't. Ooh, the spirit herbs are ready. Okay. So we come back at some point. She'll tell us more. I do kind of hate these, like, oh yes, come back another day, and it's like, no, I just want to do everything now, please. I just want to get this over and done with. There we go. I'll climb up that eventually. Yeah, what else do we have to do then? There's that lady in the chasm we can go back and see, isn't there? Metal lady, a Fatui lady in the chasms. Somewhere around here, I think? She didn't seem to be having a particularly good day. I think she was somewhere around here, yeah. So there we go. Katrina. Yeah, so she got separated from her team, and for quite some time, too, by the sounds of it. And so I have the question of, like, is that a gap I can get through? Is that a route? I think I can get this way.
Time to go. Time to go.
No, I don't think I can. How if I go here? Can I get up that way? The chasm's a cool area, but gosh, is it a bitch to navigate. Yeah, I forgot about this place. Yeah. So I assume he's in this tunnel somewhere. Yeah, a bag. Hmm. Guess he's just further on the run. Wait, snatch. Clear up the mud while we're here. Thank you for the mushroom weird statue lady.
Time to go.
Now I have to get up there. What a pain in the ass. Yes, fine, we can just walk along the walls. My hilly shell. My chasm. More likely than you'd think. I love that meme, it's entirely stupid. And I don't use it in any of the right contexts. But I still like it. There, Ruin Guard. You saved me.
Stabilize.
Burn. 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 No, don't start spinning, you annoying bitch. I defeat you with the power of staircases. Dalek ass bitch. Oh, I don't think he's still around. Fortunate to come back to her with such bad news. This game's depressing sometimes. Move this, move this. No idea how it found its way down here. I think we have a good idea of how it found its way down here. House of Hearth mention? Interesting. Given her age, I assume she was probably around for the previous one. Under the House of Hearth, so she probably wasn't under Arlecchino. Well, that's a miserable end to the day. Don't have much more else to say. But I think that's why I like Genshin. There are just these weird little stories here and there. If you take the time to do your story quests. Nice.
Cutie.
What are we up to on the wish total? Probably not very high. Well, it is high, but not much more. That's 6 since the beginning of last stream, which isn't bad. I just need 60 more to achieve my goal. I think. Do I have anything just lying around? I have 10, so I have 134? I think. I'm not very good at basic maths. But yeah, I think we have 134 in total. Which puts us closer to 50 off our goal instead of 60. That's not pity us as well. Last person we got was Emily. Yeah. 7. That's 30. 32. Yeah, maths. Yeah, we're pretty close to our 180 goal in terms of everything. So the leaks don't look too hopeful about who's going to be on the next set of banners.
Say that yesterday as well.
Yeah, it is rough being a Shenhe fan, or a Cryo fan in general. And I think Grizzly is slowly catching up to her. Yeah, let's go back to Mondstadt for the end of the stream. Thereabouts. Let's go to Starfell Lake. Pretty place and all that. Oh well, I'll be ending the stream here, because I have no other plans. We did a few quests, and we did Kokomis to begin, mainly. Yeah, and we'll receive our healing as well while we're at it. But yes. What's that? Is that the, like, blow away the weird energy? Yeah. Use the wind to get rid of it. I keep forgetting that there's this. And then we have to fight elemental creatures. That's some exciting action to finish off the stream then. Wow. Nice little bit of money. I won't walk into the water. Basically, no. Stamina? Not again. But anyway, with that distraction out of the way, thank you very much for coming to the stream today. I'll be live again at some point. So as the night draws in, I would like to buy it. Ugh. God, I've been saying my own outro how many times now, and I still can't do it. So as the night draws in, I must bid you all good night,